let's see. I'm going to need somewhere to put this phone. Totally unprepared. Joe loves this kind of stuff, but that's all right. That's all right. You guys can just hang out with me here for a minute while I prepare my stand. I forgot that I cannot put my phone on my dash like I normally do with that silly little light on it. So that's why I was unprepared, and right now I'm putting the stand, I'm attaching it to my steering wheel. See? Burp, 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 burp. And then I'll take my trusty little light that's got 3 settings and put it on the first setting, and we'll just clip it onto the side right there. What the hell, that works. And then we'll see what we got going on here. Lower my seat. Oh yeah. Hopefully the sound is okay, guys. It's kind of loud in here. We got the Reefer blazing outside. We got the AC blazing inside. We got my big mouth over here. Got my, is the sound okay, I hope? What's up, Chris? You are first, my man. Big Houston, you are second. Sorry, man. But you know what, Big Houston? You are first place loser. What's up, Cool Fritz? Missy, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? My Missy is hanging out in the back there. Just catching some Z's. Let's see, we went to bed probably about 10 o'clock last night, and what's it, noon today? So, gotta get her sleep. Guys, busting. Let's see, Matthew says, no way, 32 hours. That is not cool. It's not cool, especially because it's 120 degrees out here. So it's not cool, really not cool. Ran the Reefer completely out of fuel last night. I mean, not to where it died out, but we had to go fill it up. And now I've got about a half tank because it is on produce sensitive. And for people who don't know, well, they probably don't know because not all company probably runs these IntelliSets. But basically my Reefer is set to never shut off. It's set at 34 degrees and it will never shut the engine off. It will slow the cooling down, but it will keep it running and it will keep the fans circulating in there to maintain a good temperature, to maintain airflow. So it's not like your normal Reefer setting where it runs, shuts off, runs, shuts off. Nope, it runs constant. It may speed up a little and slow down a little, but it doesn't shut off. It's like a new refrigerator, they never shut off. That's good. Okay, good, sounds good. Okay, perfect. Big Houston's really funny. Let me catch up here. Home time, right on. You're on home time? Because I ain't on home time. I wish I was on home time, although, I was just at terminal for a while, getting schnockered, so I was like home time. Yeah, she is. She's, you know how it goes when you're waiting a lot there, Missy. You get, you have nothing to do, so you just get burned out and tired, and you end up laying down. Oh, yeah, and she's watching The Walking Dead. What's up, Hog Rider? Y'all, let's hit the... Hog Rider says let's hit the like button. Show some love for our favorite YouTuber. Well, thank you, Hog Rider. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Studebaker Larry, how you doing? Christopher says, so you had to break your clock to get fuel. Ain't that a bitch? Yep. Luckily, Chris, I already got my 34-hour reset in because Melissa drove us here the day before. So I was into a 10-hour, I was into a 10-hour break plus 3 hours, so we had 13 hours. And then we sat, so I was well over a 34-hour reset when I had to go get fuel. Jason's in Pennsylvania. How you doing, Jason? How's Pennsylvania? There was a big-ass storm up in the, Midwest up there, up in Chicago and such. I was reading, 100-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, damn, Hog Rider, in your neck of woods, I heard Gary, Indiana, got somebody died. A trailer turned over some mobile home. If I knew you were up, I'd have called. You just don't know. I always tell people, man, if I'm awake, I'll if I'm not awake.
Oh yeah, I got a 34 in.
Melissa's got a 34 in too.
Not that I needed it.
Yeah, exactly. Neither of us needed a 34, guys, by the way.
We were forced to.
I had 49 hours or 53 hours on my clock, or 59 hours on my clock, something like that. I was only like a shift and a half into my 70. She was 2 shifts in, so it's not like we needed, because we came off home time, went to California, came up here to Arizona, and now this is where we've been sitting. But you know, it's been sucky because normally when I go to bed, I put my phone on do not disturb. That way I don't have to worry about anyone calling, waking me up, and that way I can tell you guys, hey man, no problem. Call me if I'm awake. I'll answer if I can. If I can't, and I'm, you know, or I'm sleeping or something, my phone's on do not disturb, so it won't bother me. Well, since I've been here, I can't put it on do not disturb because they're gonna call me when I get a door. So you know how many times my phone's rang in the middle of the morning, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, so on and such. And it's woke me up, and I see, okay, yeah, it's just someone, you know, calling to see if I'm awake or whatever. And I don't answer it, but when it wakes me up initially, I don't know where I'm at. The other day, I freaking flew out of bed. I thought we missed yesterday morning, I thought we missed our appointment time, because I got up, the phone rang, and I looked, and it was 6 a.m., and I knew our appointment was at 4 a.m. So that freaked me out. I got up thinking we missed the appointment. Of course, Melissa told me, dummy, we're here. We didn't miss nothing. We're waiting, you know, and they explained to me what was going on. So yeah, there's that. What's up, Ralph? How you doing, man? You went through it, huh, Jason? That storm, that must have been a fun ride. That's right, you're southern Indiana. Gary is northern Indiana. I always forget. You're gas station, gas city area. What's it called? Gas city? I think it's gas city. Gas station. You're in gas station Indiana. Oh my God. Big Houston's in Ohio somewhere. Right on. But I made a quick video. It's uploaded. It's gonna release tomorrow morning. Someone asked me about, you know, if I thought Prime was right for them, and I kind of just gave them a quick answer on the comments there, and I decided, yeah, let's make a quick video. It was a quick video on some of the points you should look at when you're trying to choose a company, but I just couldn't keep my head in the game, guys. I think what I might start doing when I make recorded videos, I think I might get a notepad. And I think I might just start writing down some talking points and maybe put down what I'm doing. Like, I can just, if I lose my train of thought, I can look at it and say, oh, I'm talking about this. You know, something maybe to try to keep me more on point and get more information out. Because a lot of times I'll do a video, a recorded video, and then when I'm editing it, I'm like, man, I could say so much more about this that I couldn't when I was doing a video because I couldn't keep my brain in gear. And then I'm like, well, I could just, you know, add to it and edit it in. But then I'm like, I got to go to work. I got to go drive. So I just put this out. So yeah, I think I might start doing that. I think I might actually start making notes. Then again, will the videos be good if I'm looking at my notes all the time? I might make my brain pop. What's up, Captain Bananas? He's in Blacksburg, North Carolina. Okay, so you're way south of that big storm. Yeah, it was Gas City. Gas City, I think it is. Ohio somewhere, Paris Crossing. Okay, Paris. Gas City's northern? What the frig? I thought Gas City was off the 70. Wait, what's off the 70 in Indiana? Oh, Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne, okay. Huh. I don't know, man. What's up, Kenworth? How you doing, man? Yes, Alan, what's up, man? Squirrel moment, man. I know. I need to do some talking points because last two recorded videos I've done, I've noticed that when you got to start pausing your recorded videos to think about what the hell you're talking about. That gets bad. Oh, and I left that sticker on right here. I was gonna wait to see if he notices it, but I'm gonna say screw it because now I want to take it off. But I left that sticker on right there just for Hog Rider. Now Hog Rider, now that you see it, you didn't say nothing about it, so I've had enough of it. Ugh. There you go, my man. I know why people leave the stickers on, I have no idea, but I knew Hog Rider would appreciate it. Bullshit. No, I didn't. What's that? My last video, I took out my... I'm gonna go back and look. Have to re-edit that video. I might have. It's so damn hot. I assume the missus is doing maintenance to the inside of her eyelids. Now she's watching Walking Dead, so she's doing maintenance to her brain. Watching Walking Dead, is that doing maintenance or is that scrambling? Swear to God, Hog Rider, I bought this hat because I had to replace my old one because I washed it, and you just can't wash these hats, it ruins them. And when I got it, I went to peel it off. Like, nope. I said I gotta wait for Hog Rider to notice it. But I keep noticing it myself, and I hate the stupid thing. So I was like, okay, here you go. Oh, I lifted it up. Yeah, I have a bad habit of that. Usually I'll notice it and edit it out of the videos. Don't tell nobody. They won't notice. I'll have to go delete that damn video now. Oh man, but I'll tell you what, man. See, I stopped when I was driving in the storm, got delay time at $30 an hour. Okay. Yeah, that 100-mile-an-hour winds, I think I'd have definitely shut down as soon as the alert came out that the winds were going to be there. I'd have been, no. Especially with this load. This load is only 27,000 pounds. The load I had before this was 4,900 pounds. So haven't been running heavy at all. But yeah, guys, I ain't never been held up at a receiver this long, and especially the reviews on the place were held true. When we were driving over here, I read the reviews, and the reviews were all 20 hours, 25 hours, 30, and I'm like, no way, it's got to be, no, can't be. And yeah, last night I went in there at, I don't know, 7 o'clock at night or something, and I told them, I was like, hey man, what's going on? And they checked, they said, well, they're saying at least another 12 hours. She's all, oh yeah, they're saying they're 38 hours behind. It's like, well, why wouldn't you guys tell me that when I checked in? I could have just checked in and went back to the truck stop, and I could have been sitting at a truck stop for the last 2 days. I mean, where I got a bathroom, they put these outhouses out here, right? It's 115 degrees out, and they want you to go sit in an outhouse and try to use the restroom. Well, I was going to tell you this. I went in there yesterday. They just pumped them that morning. I went in there yesterday, sat down, and the damn tank almost collapsed and sucked me in because it was so hot. It's melted plastic. I need to bend it. Yeah, you know what? You're right. It's kind of getting an arc to it. So yeah, let me bend it. Let me fix it here. Normally I'll do this with the hat off, but you know, we don't want to, oh man, now I really screwed it up there, Hog Rider. I need to just get a better quality hat so it stays flat, or even if it tips up a little bit is okay. I don't mind when they do that. There we go. Is that what you meant, Hog Rider? See, look at that new haircut brings you new problems. What the tension? Hey, looking like, you know, Christopher, I don't know what this company pays. All I know is it says detention pays when trip pays. So that should be, as soon as I get paid for this load, they'll pay the detention on it. And I'm not gonna have to wait forever for it. So we'll see. I did just get a random message from dispatch. I'm not even gonna read that. I'm not even gonna read the message. I probably shouldn't. You need to add your own review when let's see. You need to add your own review when this is done. Underscore full of fuel and full cab of food. That's funny, Matthew, because that's what a lot of people said. Make sure you're full of fuel and you have a lot of food. So what did I do yesterday? I told Melissa, let's fill up the reefer before we go there. And I did. And last night at about 5 o'clock, I started getting reefer warnings. You know, you got 7 gallons left. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to wake up in that midnight or 1 in the morning and have to go get fuel. So my 34 is up. Let's just go fill it up. So I think I filled it up like 7, 8 o'clock last night. And last time I went out there, I had to hook a brother up with the load lock. Last time I went out there, I think I was about a half tank. So she's burning the fuel like a big block Chevy. No, we're hauling 2 here. We picked up in Oceanside, California. We're bringing some goodies to this place. Oh, I already know. Hog Rider, I've explained to you what I thought you looked like, right? Hold on, people. Hold on 1 second. I'll be back. Oh, man. Okay, I couldn't find it. I was looking for my other prime hat, which is your curved trucker cap, and I was gonna really curve it, really give it a curve, put it on my head, and then, you know, maybe take a pen and put it in my mouth and act like it was a piece of straw. And yeah, that'll work, right, Hog Rider? This light is blinding me for some reason today. I think it's because I've been cooped up in the dark for 2 days. Getting a 34 and under a load, my favorite. Yeah, the problem is we just came off a 34, so we didn't need a 34. I watched all my damn movies that I had queued to watch. Well, not all of them. Okay, I watched I ain't gonna tell you what I watched. No, I ain't giving you guys that ammunition. At least you're getting something. Something's better than nothing. Show that tattoo on your arm again. You mean that's trucking? It's definitely that trucking moment. And then of course you got the old Frosty who hates the this is what Frosty gets, because when Frosty's out, homie needs to burn. Tell them they have 1 more hour, then you're gonna dump their stuff on the ground. No, I was thinking of just unhooking. I was thinking about just calling Prime, said, I'm Bob Telling out of here. You need to you need to get me a load out of here, and someone else comes babysit this load. Well, right on, Kelly. Congratulations, man. Another truck on Thursday. Dude, you got some big-ass balls, man. I'm telling you. To be starting a fleet in this economy, whew. I don't know how I feel about what I just said. So let's just all ignore it. I turn the reefer off and turn it back on later to save your money. Yeah, the problem is if it gets too warm in there and it pops their little temperature probe, the load gets rejected. And when Prime looks into it and goes, why did that reefer get too warm, and they see it was turned off. Well, number one, if I turn it off, alarms go off, and I get, Prime notifies me every 5 minutes saying the trailer's been turned off. But if I ignored all that, then I'm the one who gets to pay for it. So I'd rather pay the extra fuel. What's up, Greg? How you doing, man? Up in the oil fields, playing with that oil in this hot-ass heat. Let's see. Christopher says, so is the plan that Melissa is now going to have her own truck and y'all are basically splitting up? No. No, not at all. She's still running this truck, except now she can run it without me if need be. If I need to go use the restroom and she needs to pull it out of the fuel island, she could do it. If we're sitting at a place like this and I decide I want to Uber to go take a shower and she needs to take it to the door, she can. We don't have to both be on the truck at the same time. Yeah, I guess it does, Kelly. I just, heavy haul equals construction equipment, farming equipment, things like such, which when the economy starts going, a lot of that construction and farming takes a dump. So I don't know, I always just worry about doing anything, putting money out there at all when the economy is not rocking so well. But I got hit back in 2006 or 2007 when the economy tanked. I got hit really hard by that. Now, it took about an extra 6 months to a year for my business, appliance repair, to get hit, because like all my customers kept saying, oh, you're so lucky, you don't have to worry about, you're in the repair industry, everybody needs blah, 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 blah. And I used to tell them all the time, look, you're right in a sense. The problem is, if this doesn't go away soon, if you don't have a job, you ain't gonna call me. So it don't matter what I do for a living. If you don't have a job, you can't afford to fix your broken stuff, I'm gonna be out of work. And sure enough, about 6-7 months after everybody was losing their jobs, then my business started hurting, and we hurt, we got nailed hard too, just like everybody else. Send a company driver to repower that load. That's effed up, bananas. Oh man. Well, I would sit at home on porch, let her go out and drive. Hey, there you go, Hog Rider. Hey guys, Hog Rider says let's hit the like button. That's not me. That's Hog Rider. I'm just reading his comment. I read everybody's comments, just like I always tell you guys. Unless you're being political, religious, or just an a-hole, I read your comment out loud. Or if you're talking amongst yourselves, I don't read your comments usually, but so it's not me. I'm not fishing for likes. It's not like I pay a Hog Rider to put those out there. Let's see. There you go. Team David all the way. Finally, she'll get stuff done by herself. You're a good teacher, Dave. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, no. I mean, we could. I don't know. I think a husband and wife, for them to do this and then get separate trucks and run solo, I think would be pointless unless they can't stand each other and like being alone. But otherwise, I mean, if they both were going to go train or something, or run both 2 team trucks, like if she was going to lease a truck and then get a, have a teammate, and I was going to have yeah, then it would be. But otherwise, there ain't no point, because if she got her own truck and I got my own truck and we both ran solo trucks, we're only going to make what we're making team anyway, so why not run team and have companionship? Let's see. Kelly says, where I'm leased on at, the owner has a Caterpillar, John Deere, Peterbilt, and a KW dealer. Dealerships, we haul 90% of new dealer equipment. Ah, okay, right on. See, that's the other thing. If you got a good place leased on to, that means a lot too. Somebody showed me the board, as you call it, and Amazon is basically paying $3 a mile. Owner operators, I think it's the way to go, but I basically have to do a year with a company. Okay. It's always a good idea to do a year as a company, because going into a lease or into something like that, and you don't know how to pull freight or run a truck or run your clock or things like that, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. You might think, oh, but if I go lease right out of the hole, I'm going to make big money right out of the hole. Yeah, until you lose it as you're learning. So if you make less money and learn on somebody else's dime, by the time you go lease, you're not losing money, you're only making more money. So yeah, always go company first, man. Even if you think, oh, well, I've got a good business head on me, like me, I owned a business 18 years, was in the appliance industry for 28 years, and pretty much the appliance business is like being a self-employed. They send you out all day and you deal with everything yourself all day, but still it's not trucking. I may know that business and how to run that. It's not trucking. You got to learn trucking before I think you should step into a big lease or anything. They're being entertained. It's not hard, and it don't take a long time to hit the... Oh, Hog Rider's saying that, yeah, if you find this entertaining at all, hit that like button. For those of you who don't know how to do it, let me explain. There's a little X on the top corner of your screen, or depending on how you have your phone orientated, there's going to be an X by the top of the chat. You hit that X, it closes chat, and it says that you can hit the like button. You can hit the like button, not the goddamn dislike now, you understand? You hit the like button. My little antenna for my Wii Boost almost fell, it scared me. You hit the like button, and then you hit to the right of the like button, there's live chat. You hit live chat and it opens up chat window again. That's simple. That's simple. How come I'm seeing a bunch of dislikes? What the hell? I'm just kidding. What state are you headed to and loaded? Well, we're actually getting unloaded. We've got a three drop load here. This is our first drop here in Arizona. Our next 2 drops are in Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, they just pushed our next 2 spots 24 hours out because they were supposed to deliver this morning at 4 in the morning and then 9 in the morning respectively, but obviously we didn't make it, so now they've got it set up for tomorrow morning at 4 in the morning and then 9 in the morning. So we'll see how this goes. Now, one of the things I've been reading in the comments and reviews of this place is once they got a door, it took hours to get unloaded, and then some people are saying 3, 4, 5 hours to get their bills back. So we might be here another day, who knows. I'm hoping, I'm trying to use what's it called, reverse psychology? No, is that it? Well, whatever. I figured if I started a live, they would call me and say, you got a door, just to screw up my live, but that ain't working, unfortunately. Amazon is paying big money to take empties from East Coast to West Coast. Well, that's kind of weird why they'd pay big money to take an empty across country. I'm only speaking for myself, but I only want to work hourly on a W-2. That way I don't lose it. I don't lose it if the truck has a problem. I don't lose. Oh, he don't lose if the truck has a problem. Yep, there you go. Right on, Christopher. Let's see. Good thing you have your wife with you, and you have no need or will to get home, because that would be the last run with that company if they insisted I sat that long. Good luck. Well, here's the thing. Everyone always wants to make it about the company, okay? But it's not the company. It's not Prom's fault this is happening. Now, you say, if they insist, what do you expect them to do? Do you think they should just say, all right, well, let's not deliver this stuff. Let's just take it and just drop it in the ocean or whatnot? It has to be delivered. Now, if you had home time and this was going to screw it up, yeah, they would repower the load, okay? If this was known. Now, if we were sitting here already, I don't know how that would work. But I'll tell you what, if say I was supposed to go home, well, it wouldn't be today because I had a load. I knew it delivered. This load was supposed to be done today up in Salt Lake. So my home time would have been for sometime tomorrow. So technically, a company, if they're getting you on home time, they don't make you go in the same day. So let's say I was going home in Salt Lake. This load was going to finish in Salt Lake this morning because I have home time for tomorrow. Well, my fleet manager would have given me a load that he always gets me home a day early than the day I want to be. That way, if you run into something like this, you make it. So if this load unloads today and then I get this offloaded tomorrow at the same time, and I had home time, let's say, it won't affect it because I have that day buffer. Now, you're coming out and you're assuming that, let's say I'm here and they gave me home time to go home in Arizona. So that would be that, okay, my home time would have been starting after this load, which this load delivered yesterday morning. So that means today. So today would have been my home time. So yeah, this might have gotten into my home time a little bit. But, if it cost me a day, I am getting paid for it. That's one of those trucking things. You got to remember, you can't always, things aren't always going to go right. Have I ever had any loads mess with my home time? No, not yet. Could I have probably demanded to get off this load? Probably. They probably would have, hey, get me off this load. They'd have said, all right, David, we'll take you off it. But, that time you sat there, you're not going to get paid for it, because you can't just sit as much as you want and then just say, well, now I'm done with this. Let's inconvenience somebody else with it and not pay them because I'm getting paid for it. So yeah, it would have took my my money, but or some of it, I'm sure. But yeah, it's it's got nothing to do with the company, man. This is called trucking. And then you're assuming that you're going to be on home time during this, because if I'm not on home time, I'm just waiting, which I'm not. I'm just waiting for another load. So yeah, it's going to put me a day behind on that load, 2 days behind, whatever, to get another load. But I'm getting detention for it. That's why you get paid detention. So this kind of stuff happens in trucking. If you can't handle, and this is one of those things. I just did a thing about trucking. Well, I think I mentioned if you can't sit, but if you can't put up with this kind of stuff in trucking, don't become a truck driver, because you'll just be pissed off all. Oh shit, Joe Biden just chose Kamala Harris as his running mate. It just said, oops, that's political. Scratch that. Gray says, I'm watching with a laptop because I live in an apartment, not my truck. Oh, congratulations. You're right, Dave. I listened to the master. You're right, sir. You got to crawl before you can walk. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, it's just safer that way. You'll end up, in the end, you'll end up making more money. Always hit the like button. For Team David and Melissa, you guys have great chemistry. Thank you, man. Thank you. Justin says, thanks for all the answers you gave me. Oh, okay, Justin. Yeah, that's right. I just did a video on that, man, with, I don't know if I think I just went a little bit farther than, that quick answer I gave you. It's going to come out tomorrow on, things to look for in a company. Greg says, David, my FM was not that organized. I missed my home time date frequently at times. Yeah, and that's part of what Justin was asking me about. Is Prime right for me? For him. One of the things that you want to always look at in a company is where your home is to what kind of freight they have going there. Now, you can have a fleet manager that screws it up, but the 2 fleet managers I've had at Prime have both always done me good. And yeah, one of them always only had to deal with getting me home in Springfield, which was easy to do, which is why, like I said in that video, try to get near a main terminal because you can get home time whenever you want. The other one was getting me home into Texas because that's now where my home is, and I've never had a problem going to Texas. Again, it's good freight lane for us. We got the Houston yard there. We got Laredo, so it's not a problem. Now, if I want to go to some place like, say, Montana, where we have like one customer there, your home time is going to be a little bit more difficult. Now, with a good fleet manager, though, you shouldn't have a problem getting there. It's just you're probably going to have to deadhead to get out of there, type thing. Florida, you probably don't have too big of a problem getting into Florida for home time because we have a lot of freight going in. We just don't see it coming out. So you're probably going to deadhead out of there, which hurts your pocketbook. But yeah, definitely. I know a guy has some major problems with this fleet manager. Lunch was trying to come up. I won't mention his name or anything, but I keep telling him over and over, he's got to get rid of him. Got to call. What's going on is not cool. Because you can get a fleet manager that just ain't doing his job right, man. Let's see. Mr. Chapstick says Prime could donate load to places that want your product if customers playing around. The customer's not playing around at all, guys. It's they need their product. This is a big customer. I'm assuming what's going on is I don't think anyone's working here. I think everyone's staying home and they're collecting their disability or unemployment, from the government because there's a virus running around that's just killing everybody. So they're milking the system and they just don't have enough employees to unload these trucks. This is just a play, because if you look at the reviews, this wasn't like this last year. This all started around Mr. Pandemic showing up. So they're, for whatever reason, they don't have employees doing their, I'm assuming they just don't have enough employees to unload the trucks. You got to remember, guys, I would never say a customer's playing around with you or anything like that. Yeah, you may piss off a guard or something. He might hold you up an extra hour or so. But they're paying me and Melissa heavily to just sit here. And all these other trucks that are sitting here are charging. Well, I don't know if everybody gets detention. I don't know if Joe Bob's Truck Lines has negotiated detention or not, or hey, you know what, I've got a new authority. Part of the deal is they'll let me drive, let me haul for them, but I don't get detention because whatever. I don't know how detention works. I don't know if everybody out there everywhere gets detention, or if it's something, and how much detention, or if it's something your company negotiates with their contracts. I'm assuming it's not an automatic thing that it has to be negotiated. I'm not sure though. It should be around the board and everybody should get it as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to get paid for all this sitting. It sucks, but depending on what they pay me, you got to remember I'm a team truck, so I got two people's livelihoods on this. So it's got to pay enough to where I can pay Melissa, because you got to remember, Melissa doesn't pay Prime anymore. No, Prime doesn't pay Melissa anymore. I do. I'm paying her X amount of dollars per mile to be on this truck. So us sitting here, she's not making any money. I'm still getting the money I'm getting on this load, but technically she's not making any money for all this. So detention has to cover us both. They're going to pay us detention for me and detention for her. So they're paying heavily to have us sit here. So it's not like it's something, it's not like they're just going, yeah, you know what, we don't care about truck drivers, we're going to just make them sit. They just don't have people working in there, or maybe they got a broken cooler, or, you know, who knows what's going on. Oh, trust me, I'm going to try to find out when I get up there. I'm going to ask what the hell's the hold up here. Maybe if I find out and it's a decent answer, I believe, I'll put it in the comments. I'll put it as a pin in this comments, because I'm sure you guys would be curious why they're saying they're holding me. Greg, you never got detention once? Well, number one, when you're at a place like this, you make sure that your time in, your time out, stamped on the bill somewhere. Number two, always fill out, see if it will focus on this. It won't focus. Always fill out, is that upside down? I think that was upside down. Damn it, focus. Focus. Well, let me tap it. Doink. No. Anyways, you can't read it, but that's a detention stamp. Always fill out your detention stamp. Ask them to sign it. If they won't sign it, just put will not sign. But make sure there's some kind of times on your bills, time in, time out. If they won't put them on there, let your company know also. They'll be billing detention on this. And I also have a little notebook, it's a little small pocket one, where I'll put the trip number and how much detention was on there. And then what I do is I'll call my fleet manager in a couple of days, and I'll say, hey, what did detention pay on this trip number? And he'll tell me. That's like the last detention I got. I forgot where we sat, but I asked him, and it's going to pay like, oh, we took it 160 miles to Chicago, and we're getting $600 for that. My window's pushing this camera back. There we go, my curtains. So we're getting $600 for that. So I wrote that down there, $600, and that one pays when the customer pays, so that's going to take a while. This one's going to pay almost instantly, so that's good. But if you didn't get any detention, one, you weren't doing your detention stamp and or getting whatchamacallits on there, or yeah, your fleet manager, because your fleet manager gets some of that detention too. So, you know, there's no reason for them not to bill for it. I mean, I get you were flatbed though. Who knows how that works with flatbed though? But I get detention all the time. I know Jeremy does, Lucas does, everyone I know, Bags did, Chad did. It's a common thing now. Flatbed, I didn't think you guys ever waited in flatbed. I thought that was the whole reason to go flatbed. I'm in the process of studying to get my permit and getting everything together to apply to plug. And channels like yours have been invaluable. So thanks a bunch. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Johnny. You need anything, man, just hit me up on Instagram's best place to get me. It's DavidH6571. You can go in there. And normally the thing gives me notifications that somebody's left a comment. Otherwise, another way to do it I just thought of is if you leave a comment on any of my videos here, usually 90% of the time it will notify me. If not, usually I'll notice it within a week and see it and then go that way. But usually Instagram notifies me right away and I see it and I'll respond. Cool. Let's see. She's making money because your money is hers. Happy wife, happy life. Don't tell her that my money is hers. Shh, I've got her fooled. She thinks that my money is mine and our money is mine. I mean, no. She thinks that my money is mine and our money is... No. She thinks... I don't know what she thinks. You know, she probably thinks I'm an idiot. I guarantee that's what she thinks. Maybe she's got me fooled. Damn it. I'll still be here on Thursday. Right now, as of right now, this load, if I get out of here, I'll be able to get this load, the rest of this load delivered before pay cutoff on Wednesday, and then this load will fall on this week's pay period, which would be nice. But I don't want to jinx it. Percentage-wise, how many people do you see at the fuel island with their masks on? At the fuel island, 0.5%. In the fuel, in the truck stops, I would say about 80%. See, over 24 hours, you were only getting layover, which is less than detention. I hope they don't go out of business because they are short-staffed and people are collecting the checks. Yeah, they could be one of these stores that end up going out of business. Yeah, Michael. Hopefully layover is going to be good, because I'll tell you, one of the things that I don't do is just roll over and take it in the rear. Yep, Roadrunner, that is freaking trucking life. You'd be raising hell? Just put down real quickly, let me ask you, what would you be doing? Would you be saying fire me, or would you be saying kick me off your lot, or would you be saying maybe I had to get arrested because I got violently and physical with somebody? I mean, what kind of hell would you be raising? I mean, really, what can you do? In this situation right here, what can you do that's not going to put your job in jeopardy, not going to put you in jeopardy of getting kicked off their lot? Now you got to get somebody to come get your trailer and do a swap so they can bring it back on. Because I'll tell you right now, if I was a security guard, you came up to my door and started getting irate or stupid with me, I'd just tell you, get in your truck and roll on out of here. Or I'd just call the police, because there's really not much you can do. I mean, what am I going to do? Go beat up the guard shack? Go punch the receiver in the eye? I mean, raise hell. I mean, what? What can you do? I mean, see, this is part of why I always say it's really, 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 really important to research trucking. And that's where some of these videos like this one come into play, because I don't necessarily trust the YouTube trucker, as far as a lot of things they say about how much money you're going to make and blah, 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 because a lot of it's overinflated and BS. But, I mean, you can see, well, you can't see because it's too bright, but I was going to say, ooh, I like that Freightliner. You can see I'm at a receiver. There's no reason for me to BS you that I'm at a receiver and that I've been here this long. But there's really nothing you can do about it other than, I mean, can I get off this load? I'm sure I can. Is that going to look good as far as me being a team player or a smart businessman? Probably not. And probably going to say, oh, wait, no, that's good business, though. Get out of there and go make money somewhere else. Yeah, but you know what? What I just did is I just crapped on my fleet manager and said, hey, man, when the going gets tough, I'm going to run. No, I'm not that guy. Sorry. I'm the guy who's going to say the going's getting tough. I'm going to bitch about it. I'm going to bitch respectfully. I'm going to cry. I'll whine like a little damn girl here and there. But in the end, we'll go grab a couple beers and we'll be friends, and, we'll just move on to the next gig. You know what? I lost a little on this one. We'll make up for it on the next one. But you know what I didn't do, Mr. Fleet Manager? I didn't put you into a predicament to try and convince somebody to repower a dead load. Because how would you like to be the company guy that gets told, hey, you know what, you got to go over to Joe Bob's Plumbing and Deodorant Shack, and there's going to be a driver there to go take him an empty and go get under his loaded trailer. You're going to probably have to sit there for another day till it gets unloaded. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be that fleet manager. I mean, that just ain't right, man. You got to remember, we all got skin in this game, and sometimes it hurts. You got to get skinned a little bit. You're gonna get a bloody knee. Let's see. Nathan says, I spent a lot of time in detention in high school. Nathan, I was supposed to, but the reasons I got busted and put in detention, I used to tell him when the dean would give me the detention, oh, well, you're going to get, I'd say, sir, if I did this to get detention, do you really think I'm going to go to detention? I'm a bad apple. I mean, why would you think that you're giving me detention because I did this screwed up thing? What makes you think that I'm going to go, oh, let me go stay in a room all night? I mean, really? Yeah, I used to make some of my deans laugh because I would just tell them, matter of fact, you know that ain't going to work with me, right? Yeah, we know, but, and then they'd go, I always liked the good one was, well, we're going to suspend you if you don't do this. Oh, wait, what? And then, no. We're not going to suspend you. Because it's like, you're going to do what? That's exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, man. Man, my phone mount keeps slipping. I need to do this. Let me see. Let me try this. I'm going to put this up like a big old horse foot to hold it. Ooh, that might actually work. No, because now it's falling over. Damn it. Damn it, man. I mean, problem is my curtains are closed, so they're the back of the phone is the curtains are it's up against the curtains, and the curtains are going like this against it, so it's going wee. So I keep doing that to the curtain, and then they just slowly push it back because I put my arms on the steering wheel and then I move it around in it. Yeah, you guys don't care, right? You guys are just going to get back to it, you big dummy. Not a damn thing. Maybe you said it, but what is the longest you had to wait at a shipper receiver? I think this is it. Before this, 28 hours at a JBS was the max. And in all honesty, it was because I got there. It was when I was early on and I didn't know. See, and this is why you need to learn trucking. I didn't know that those, you had those windows. You get there at midnight today and it picks up between midnight and midnight. Well, I always assumed, well, if I get here at midnight today, I'll probably get loaded with it. No, JBS, it's always the drop dead time of the later. So now I know whenever I'm going on a meat load and it's got a big window, always expect, or anything with a window, always expect it to be the later of the windows. Because it could be early, but chances are it's going to be on the later. And that's how I plan things. Even though I get there early, I expect to be there that whole time. So yeah, it was 28 hours, but that's because I was 28 hours before the actual drop dead time. Not the window, I was in the window. So in reality, this is the first time I've ever had to actually wait past the drop dead time, and I'm well over 32 hours past the drop dead time. Are you almost getting a 30 hour? I've already had, both me and Melissa both had a 34-hour reset. So yeah, we've now been out here past, yeah, she just got one. So we've been here past 34 hours. But I got mine because she drove it in. So I was 10 hours, I had a 10-hour break before we even got here. Not to get political, but does he have a chance now that he has a woman on his side? Yeah, we're not going to get political. We'll see. I think it's probably going to help him, but yeah, we don't want to get political. It's not about crapping on your fleet manager. You would lose all the money you have invested in the detention layover. Yeah, but still, you're crapping on your fleet manager. I mean, if you, if you want to make him find somebody to take a load, that's that's crap like this. I mean, he's gonna have to, he's gonna have to kiss somebody's ass, and it's just putting all that undue stress on him to have to do. What's it gonna do to me? I'm gonna make enough. Here's the thing, okay? If you've got a good rapport with your fleet manager. Let's say I don't get a good detention, I don't get good layover, and I just barely make crap to cover. It's gonna at least cover my expenses, okay? Let's say that happens. My fleet manager automatically knows this happened. You know what he's gonna do? And I don't even have to call him and tell him about it, or I can call him and we'll discuss it, is he's gonna make sure it's made up. Meaning my next few loads, we're gonna find some really, really, really good loads and make up for the bad loads. Now, if I sit and make it a pain in the ass for my fleet manager, make them repower stuff all the time, and think about, hey, it's only about me and my money, not anybody else. I don't care. As long as I make money, prime driver number 3 over there can go pound salt and lose his ass. I don't care. No, that's not the way that's not the way I was brought up to. That's not my beliefs. So because of that, I'll take it to shorts here. He'll take it to shorts there. So on and so forth. You guys know what I mean. But it will come around in the end. In the end, you're going to not only get respect of your fellow driver for not screwing them, even though they don't know you didn't screw them, then you could have, but your fleet manager going to look at you like, okay, this guy's a fair, he's a fair shooter. Now, having said all that, don't ever let anybody think kindness is weakness. Once somebody thinks that because you're kind and that you're weak, you need to kick them in the nuts really freaking hard. That's a whole other video. It's the last thing you ever want. You never want anybody to think you're weak. You never want anyone to think they can walk on you. And there's ways of doing that, even with your fleet manager, there's things you can do so they understand that, ooh, you know what, this guy's not one I can walk on. He may help me out, but he's not going to let me walk on him. You got to take care of that crap right up front. They allow you to use their bathroom, treat you with any respect. No, they have nice, well, the people have all been nice here, so yeah. But, the COVID thing, because, COVID shoots right up your ass and kills you. They don't allow you to go inside and use the bathroom. But they have these nice big, like outhouses for wheelchairs and stuff to go in. And it's only 115 degrees out. Yesterday it was 120, so it's probably $130, $135 inside the outhouse. So, yeah, that's nice of them. And yeah, Joe, I'll still use the outhouse and a porta potty in my truck, just in case Mr. Joe Jordan decides to tell me, well, that's another reason why you should have porta potty on your truck. Where's my Dr. Pepper? The hell is old Joe? Why isn't he on this live? He's usually over here. Although I haven't tried to go inside the building to use the restroom. I wonder if they would because of how hot it is out. Jeff, I'm not gonna give up the receiver, man. That's another thing you should do. Never ever put anybody your company does business with or you work for under a bad light. If you don't have something good to say about them, just don't say nothing at all. Don't, if you think about it, man, if you had an employee, let's say, would you want that employee running around telling you what a crappy company that is, that we hauled for or whatever, so now it gets back, because you don't want, I know I'm no big guy on YouTube or nothing, but I wouldn't want anybody, CEO or anybody in this particular company to see a video of me bashing on them. That wouldn't be cool, because if I was the owner of that company, I'd make a phone call just because I'd be a little irritated to said driver's company and say, hey, you know that dumb bearded guy in a stupid hat and glasses? He's talking crap about us. You know what you need to do? No. Don't tie him up and put him up. Don't tie him up and put him under his bunk. Fire him. So, I ain't about all that. Plus, it's just, Here's the thing. No matter what, I can sit here and tell you how I'm never going to come here again, but I'll come here again. It's just life, dude. Is this going to happen every time? Will this happen 6 months from now? Maybe. But, as long as I get paid for it, that's all that matters. Michael says, just think of the hours you can run once you're loaded. I'm getting unloaded, Michael. We're only getting 7 pallets taken off here. I need to get 7 pallets off here, and then I take the rest of my load to Utah. But you're right. I know what you're saying. You're right. You're looking at the positive because we have a 34. We'll be able to haul ass. Yep. Do you ever run loads in or out of South Dakota? Yes, I do. Mr. RJ? Yes, I do. Melissa chimed in. Mini vacation at the receiver. They wouldn't take it off of you at this point. Yeah, no, they wouldn't at this point. You're right. You're absolutely right. Hey, Eric. How you doing, man? Michael says, we are independent contractors. I try to help, but it has to be profitable for my business. Your fleet manager makes money off of 100 drivers on his board, so when you're sitting 99 others making him money for him. Yeah, okay. Well, you sit and make nothing. So that's the thing, Michael. I'm not making nothing. I'm making something. How much I'm going to make, I don't know. I'll let you guys know, because I always let you guys know if I remember. It's like that other load. We sat and we had to drive it 106 miles. We made $600. You know, so I'll probably pin it to this video once I find out how much it's going to be. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to pick and choose my battles. I guess that's a good way of putting it. I pick and choose my battles. I don't feel this is a battle. This is a battle worth fighting, because I think it's going to work out okay. I trust my fleet manager. I trust my fleet manager. I know this happens in trucking. I know you can't always have bang out days and everything. And if I were to sit up here and say anything different, I'd be a damn liar. And this is why guys get into trucking, and something like this happens to them, and they're freaked out and they want to quit. They're like, well, wait a minute. I'm not making any money sitting here. You know, imagine if it was a company driver sitting here. Their detention pay, their layover pay, everything is peanuts. You know, now, I'm not saying that as lease drivers get a lot of money, because after we take all our expenses out of it, yeah, it's peanuts. But it still pays for the expenses. That's another thing I should have mentioned when I was making that thing, you know, reasons you might leave trucking, whatever. If you don't put money away and have money aside for days like this, where maybe I can call, like right now, I've got a bunch of repairs I just did on the truck, and my payroll lady, Angie, she's looking to see if those repairs come in, not this pay period, but for next pay period. Wait, no, it is this pay period. Oh yeah, this pay period. Whoops. And she's gonna, if those repairs come in, she's gonna take X amount of dollars. I told her how much to take out of my E-fund, my emergency fund, and put it and pay it out, so I can pay those repairs without them messing up my check, because I did take time off. So I don't want to go into the negative. I want to have a check still. So if those repairs don't come in, she won't take the money out, because it would be pointless. I accidentally messed up my thing. Where was I? Okay, here we go. While you're sitting there, okay. Dan says, do I miss company yet? Not at all. Not one bit, Dan. Not one bit. If you do lease right, you can make money in leasing. Solo lease operator, as a trainer, you're going to make really good money. Team, you're going to make really good money. But even as a solo, you know, I made pretty good money as a lease operator. But you got to do it right. You got to be smart about it, and you got to save money. As soon as you don't save money and you get into a situation, a pickle, where it might cost you a little bit like this, you're going to bankrupt yourself. You're going to hate life. You're going to hate trucking. You're going to hate your company. You're going to hate everything. To where, look at me, I'm like, okay, well, this ain't going to really affect me at all, other than I was supposed to be getting a new load by now. But, you know, I got my beautiful wife back there. She's worn the hell out. Just kidding, just kidding. You guys know I like making those jokes. But anyways, you know, I got my wife back there. We have food on the truck. We you know, air conditioning's working. Everything's good to go. So it's really not that big a deal. It's you know, we got to sleep together for a couple of nights. Got caught up on all our sleep. It's not that big of a deal. You know, I've got my taxes paid. I got my, you know, money in the bank. It's all good. Hey Mickey, basically it's, you have to re-watch it, but in the short, we're just stuck at a receiver. We've been sitting here 32 plus hours waiting to get unloaded. Thanks, Christopher. He says you're 100% correct, Dave. You keep dropping that knowledge. Thank you, thank you. You have a good attitude. Getting all crazy doesn't help. That's right. The Trucker John Show. How you doing, the Trucker John Show? I assume when it says the Trucker John Show, it's a YouTube channel, so right on. If anybody knows the Trucker John Show, there he is. Christopher Robbins Trucking, too. That could be a YouTube channel, too. I don't know. You used to be able to click on this thing and tell, but you can't anymore. If live ends, you should post on your Facebook when you get in the door and when you get out of jail. That's a good idea, Robert. That's a good idea, yep. When I get out of jail. No kidding. Oh man, I'm gonna do that, Robert. That's a good thing. I always forget about that YouTube thing. I could also make updates on, you know, like the video, like just throw the video up and say, hey, remember this video, or post a update of anyone following the I'm trying to think what it's called. Detention was paid. The detention paid out on that 34-hour wait was X amount of dollars. You know, yeah, just give a heads up, give you something to look at over there. Well, buzzards gotta eat, so does the worms. You just I freaking knew that was Timothy. Just sit tight, wait your turn. Yep. What's up? What is that? Little Nam? Or Lil Nam? God, I wish this wasn't so small, and I wish I haven't been sitting in the dark for 2 days. Is that N-A-M or N-A-R-M? Narm? Melissa? Well, she's got her headphones on. What's up, fellow Prime driver? How you doing? Write your name in big capital letters so I can see. Damn, it's the light mine, everything, you know, I'm blind and shit. Attitude is attitude. That's right, Eric. Worn out. Yeah, you know, I'm one for getting all upset and mad and everything, you know, back in my younger years last week. But you know, that doesn't get you anywhere, man. Like I was saying, what would you actually do when, I forgot who said they'd be pitching a bitch right now. I mean, what would you actually do? Yeah, that's a good thing. What would any of you guys do in this situation that could make things better and get you, what could you do to get out of this that wouldn't make you look like a non-team player or just an a-hole, really? You guys didn't get caught in those Iowa storms, did you? No, we've been down south. We've been down south, thank goodness, because it sounded like those were a nightmare. That's the one thing in trucking, man. There's always something trying to kill you. If it's not the rain, it's the wind. If it's not the wind, it's the wind and rain. If it's not the rain, it's the wind, or the wind, it's the rain and the hail. Hail and the tornadoes and hurricanes and sun, heat, snow, everything, ice. It all wants to kill you. World is going to hell in a handbasket. Joe Biden. No, sure it's coming. Oh, damn it, Kenworth. Hog Rider, you still here? Let's see, it won't let me do this. Hey, Timothy, you've got... oh, wait, I got it. Boom. Doink. Sorry, Kenworth. I thought I was able to do that, but it wasn't letting me for some reason. Then it did. But I hear you, Kenworth. I hear you, man. It's, you know, it is what it is. The world is going to hell, but what are you gonna do? It sucks because, yeah, see, I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it because this just ain't the place for that. That's not what this channel's about. Let me try to fix this damn thing. It's not what this channel's about, man. Oh, damn it. Kenworth, you're making me use buttons I don't ever use. Oh man. You know, I was from California, right? I was from California. Leave a poor Google review. Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll leave once we know how long we've been here. We'll. Oh, that's okay, Kenworth. That's all right. It's all good, man. Once we get out of here, we'll leave the review with how long we were here, and you know, so on and so forth. But you know, we got 3 bags of trash built up in here, a bunch of empty freaking drink bottles, water, Gatorade. You know, we're dying. It's hard being. Because they don't have any trash out here. This is the staging area. You'd think they'd have trash cans. So truckers don't just throw their trash on the floor. You know, I won't do it, so I'm building up trash on the floor. They're in bags, but, you know, on the passenger floor of the truck, so we can get back to a truck stop or something. But, you know, it sucks. Yes, and you were one of the many smart ones who got the hell out. Hell yeah, Kenworth. That place has gone to hell. I was born and raised in Southern California, and one of the last straws was when, the many times the governors lied about why they're going to raise fuel taxes, but the last straw was when I got a thing saying, fellow Americans, I'm going to get political here for just 1 second, fellow Americans, we need more money, and we have raised the hell out of gas prices, tax the hell out of them as hard as we can, and it's not working because you guys keep buying more fuel efficient cars, so we're not getting enough fuel tax. So I propose, as your governor, senator, whoever the hell he was, of this great state of California, we're gonna put on the bill a mileage tax. We are now going to tax you, and we know you voted in because you guys are stupid, and you guys vote stupid crap like this in every year, so we know it's going to happen. We're going to tax you on your mileage you drive. So not only do we get you at the fuel pump, we're going to get you, if you drive 100 miles a year, we're going to tax you on that 100 miles. I was like, you know what, babe? It's time to start looking. We're out of here. That was it, man. I lived there for a year, and that was a year too long. Almost put me in the poorhouse. Yeah, man, I was born and raised in San Fernando Valley. I don't know why. I don't know why my parents lived there. I mean, my mom was from Minnesota. My dad was from Michigan. How they ended up in California? Well, you know what? My dad was into produce. Early on, he was a truck driver, but then he got, you know, I guess he hauled produce, and then he was like a produce wholesaler and stuff. And I think a lot of that happened in downtown LA, because he used to take me there when I was a kid all the time. San Diego, I was just in San Diego, man. I picked this load up from San Diego. Michigan. I tell you, man, San Diego's got the land of the 5-ton roads. Right on, moving. Where are you moving to, Rick? Where are you moving to? Hopefully you're going somewhere nice. And you know, the only problem is a lot of people that move out of California take their politics to other states that don't agree in their politics, And that's a bad fit. Kansas City area, right on, okay. You'd be a good candidate for Prime. You're right close to Prime, what, 3 hours? That's a bad fit, man. I always say if man, I'm going to say this, and then the whole political thing's over. If you're on this side or that side, move to a state or area where that side and that side's the same. Try not to disrupt things. Try not to say, well, you know what, we're going to come over here and make you guys think our way rather than us think your way. Go somewhere where you're wanted, where you're needed. Don't just go somewhere where you're tolerated. You voted me in office, I'm a tax. Yeah. All right, Chad Rich is there. Yeah, that's right, Kansas City, yep. I missed the live Uber Eats from Crazy Bags. Yeah, he's not doing those anymore, huh? I thought he was still doing those 24-hour lives, or however long Uber Eats ran for. You're thinking about going to Prime, but I want to learn how to drive a manual. Okay. You know, I don't know what to say about that. You want to learn how to drive a manual, which means you probably want to work at a company that has older vehicles, because 90% of the companies, I would say now, on their newer vehicles have automatics. Just because they're safer, they're more fuel efficient, so on and so forth. We won't get into that. So to me, to base, I guess you need to think about where you want to work in the end. If you're going to want to work at, I'm going to work at such and such, in a couple of years, you're not going to see a manual truck except at mom and pop's places. With older trucks, because I don't know any mega carrier that has that are buying new manuals. Do you guys? Oh, he's doing live. Yeah, that's right. I heard that he's doing live gaming feeds. I just ain't into the gaming thing, so I'll play games, but I ain't into watching them. Yeah, Rick, I didn't want, when I went to Prime, if it was dependent on who you got, even at Prime now, like if you got on a trainer's truck that had a manual, you obviously wouldn't get the manual restriction, but it's hard to find them. I figured if I ever needed to get a job where it was manual only, which I can't imagine, where would I go work where it was manual only that I'd want to work? I could just go get the restriction removed in what, a day or two? Just go to a trucking school, pay a few $100s, and go take their, have them run me around the lot there, up the road, to shift the truck, and then go take the test in it. Yeah, Pennsylvania is nasty taxes on the fuel. Yeah, you're right, Christopher. All three of my 2020 Pete's are 18 speeds, and the 21 I'm adding on is 18. Kelly, come on, man. You're talking heavy haul. You're talking a specialty deal. And just like I said, a mom and pop outfit is where you're probably gonna. And I bet you most smaller companies. Well, you know what? Automatics are more expensive, so yeah, the small companies are probably gonna always buy manuals. But not everybody wants to work for 2, 3. And I'm not saying that now you're not included, Kelly, because you're a specialty. Probably all specialty haulers are all going to be manuals. Especially with you need the 18 speeds because of the the heavy stuff. But we're talking in general. Okay, that's cool to know. Crete. You can go to Crete. I think Crete is a training company too, aren't they? No, I don't think they are. But they've got manuals, brand new manuals. Okay. You'd like to think double clutching would take a little bit more training than that. Now, double clutching is super easy. Super, super, super easy. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal at all. I learned it in like 4 hours of driving. Yeah, it's all 3 axles. Horace Kelly. Yeah, no, driving a manual truck isn't that hard at all. I'm telling you, man, I need to figure out where I can buy a decent mount. These mounts, after 2-3 uses, and they just don't, they're so weak now, they don't grip nothing anymore. I mean, it's got those octopus legs, and you'll take the octopus leg, you know, it's tripoded, you'll lift it up like that, and it just slowly falls back down. It's got no strength to it no more. And this is like, what, the 3rd time I've used it? Jeez, and it's made in China, so that could be why too. But I don't know where to get any, you know, it's the only one I've found. Bags is totally doing a gaming channel, doesn't want anything else to do with trucking. He said he'll answer a few trucking questions, that's it. He'll be back trucking, mark my words. He'll be back. I give him no more than a year. He'll be back. A max mount. I have a max mount. The one that suction cups to the window, I have one of those. This is a tripod mount. I can't use my one that suction cups to the window because my curtains are closed. Yeah, big Houston max mount too. See, my curtains are closed, so this is what I'm using, and it's wrapped around my steering wheel, and it used to hold it nice and stout there, but the legs just don't hold up anymore. I mean, look at how easy they're moving. They're like, they shouldn't move this easy. Look, under its own weight, I mean, how's it gonna hold it? How's it gonna hold a camera if it can't hold its position under its own weight? And this mount I've used, especially the higher you get on it, the weaker it is. This mount I've only used a few times, but you know, I used to take it and wrap it around the steering wheel and wrap its legs around and then bring them up around, and it used to hold tight. Now it's even worse than a minute before because I've stretched the legs out. Let me get back on here. So I'm looking for a tripod mount like this with the little spider feet. That's any good. This one I tried using the other day on a counter, and I set its feet up, and the weight of the phone, it would just keep going and falling. It was the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your life. I've never used it as a tripod on its feet until that one time, and it can't support the weight of this this phone. Let's see. I don't get white bags. I don't get white bags. He doesn't buy or lease a truck and go into the spot market. Schneider, IC, or Landstar. Well, from what I understand, Schneider, they have an app on your phone, so you can't use your phone while driving, so that would be probably a problem. And Landstar. Well, according to, I mean, I'm not going to answer for bags. I'm just going to say what I heard him say once, is that he just don't want a truck no more. He wants to be with his family, is why he's probably not doing that. And plus, Bags always said he didn't really want to own a truck. He was thinking about buying that Peterbilt he had, but that was it. Oil filled in tanker trucks, manuals only. I haven't seen an automatic in one yet. 70,000 starting, pretty good. Okay, yeah, oil filled, all right. Isn't oil filled specialty, like I said? Yeah, that's funny. When I was thinking about going tanker at Prime, you know, because they were doing a Midwest regional last year before Melissa got on the truck, they asked if I had a manual restriction. I said, yeah. He goes, oh, because I guess they bought a bunch of Milky Way trucks or something. And he said they were all manual. I said, well, I don't know. I'll just get the manual. He said, I said, can I get it lifted? He goes, oh, yeah, we can get that lifted for you in a day or so. So, we were just run back out there in a manual truck and, do a thing. Now, when I say that I'd be able to learn to do a manual truck, it's easy and whatnot. I already know how to drive a manual, and I'm not talking just a car. I'm not talking semi, but big trucks, 20-foot box trucks. My dad again used to haul produce and whatnot. And double clutching isn't that big of a deal once you get the hang of it. Clutch in gear, clutch out of gear, clutch in gear, blah blah blah. So it wouldn't take that long. But I'm sure there are people who just can't get it, and going automatic like a lot of these companies have, they opened it up to a lot of new drivers. I don't think Melissa would even want to drive if she had to drive a manual. Maybe put near the city horn portion of the wheel. Yeah, it doesn't have enough oomph. I know what you're talking about. It keeps falling forward. The legs spread out like that. It has less strength. Is the title clickbait or for real? Hey, Ansley. No, man, I've been sitting here since my drop dead time was 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday. And so what time is it now? So 4 o'clock this morning would have been 24 hours. I don't have my watch on. So yeah, we're well up over 34 hours now, I think. Yep, that's no bullshit, man. We've been sitting and sitting. I forgot what I named this video. So hopefully I named it something about that. But anyways, guys, I've been here an hour and a half, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill this live because it's starting to get hot up front here. I need to get back there with the what the hell? Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, move that. I'm sitting here thinking it's getting hot as hell, and I turn around and look, and she's got the blanket put over the air conditioning vent so it blows up under the vent blanket, and she's laying in this like cooling chamber.
It's funny because I started going, it's getting hot in here.
Jeez. Oh man. Let's see, get a mount. Okay, that mount has too many moving parts. Get a mount with a C-clamp or something similar. Yeah? One time you use the clutch as starting or stopping. Double clutch is not good on the transmission or clutch plates. Yeah, but to pass the CDL, I believe you have to double clutch. I think, if I remember right, you had to double clutch during the CDL exam. But anyways, guys, hey, it was fun. It was real fun. Melissa says hi. I say bye. Time for me to go back there and smack me some, yeah. Oh man, my light's in my way. Double clutch is the legal way to do it. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Sweet. Gotcha, yeah, I'm sure you know what works, what doesn't. Okay. All right, guys, cool. Later. Have a good night. Have a good day, Missy. Have a good day. It's day and night. Have a good day and night. Missy, that's so fun. It reminds me of Melissa. Whoops.